Hello, and welcome. My name is Stacey Dudley, the founder of the Clarity Circle. If you don't know me already, welcome. I am so excited to have you here in this energy. So, little bit of background information. We felt it was really important as a team collective to help you understand the potential of stepping into the coaching industry. So, the life coaching industry is heading into a $13 billion industry. That's not even coupled with health and wellness, because as we know, that's up on the rise. And for the coaching industry, one of the biggest questions I get asked is, well, there's lots of coaches out there. Yes, there absolutely is, but it isn't mainstream yet. So you might go to the GP, you might go to the herbalist, you might go to the chiropractor. Then all of a sudden, you might be going down to see the life coach because it will become mainstream and there will be more and more and more and more opportunities. But what I wanted to share with you all today is the different types of income streams that you can utilize and what we do within the Clarity Circle collective within our community. And I say collective because it's something that's really important to me is bringing people in together to support one another on their journey to create a life that they truly want, okay? And that they can achieve when they set the steps in place correctly. And when they trust in the process and the guidance of the people that are around them. Now, I'm not just speaking for myself here. I'm speaking for the whole of the Clarity Circle team and the collective community that is in there. Because if you pop a message in there, one of the beautiful people in there will always jump in and will assist you on that journey. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is real numbers. So drop in the chat box below for me what you think a life coach can typically earn a month. A month. Okay, okay, 4K. £4,000 is a lot of money. Maybe up to 10K with the right streams. Absolutely. 5K. Okay, okay. So just looking at those numbers now, I mean, how amazing would that be to have that extra money in the bank? I mean, come on, who doesn't want that kind of money? I mean, for me, I used to say it was about handbags. Now it's about buying land. Not gonna lie. The flip has changed. It went from handbags to buying land to grow vegetables on. How we change our perspective when we start to grow. And the real money that you can be earning, when our coaches start out, we put them on a £45. We say, right, we've gone through the personal development journey, we've got into the professional, and right now we are ready to get you some coaching clients. So £45 is what we would start at. And then as you obtain your testimonials and you do your 10 hours of practice, and you do your recorded sessions, we would then say you should be charging around £75. Now, please feel free to convert this wherever you are in the world, Canadian dollars, US dollars, wherever you are, dirhams. And that would be your starting point, £75. From that £75, then that would increase. And I've been in the industry for 7 years now. 4 years of that, probably more active than part-time. And I charge £585 an hour. And I create transformation. And there's something I always say now I'm at the level that I'm at, that for, I don't charge per hour, I charge for outcome. So how quick I give you it, for all the tools that are in my toolbox, it's very different. But when you're starting out, people say, oh my gosh, how much am I going to earn? If you think about minimum wage where you are right now to what you could be earning as you're training, £45 as you're training. Okay. But that is not limited, by the way. That's just as an individual one-to-one. And this is what I want to bring in for you now. There is multiple income streams that we go through. So we follow a three-part method. The three-part method is personal development. So we must know who you are, what you do, what your experience is, the life experience that you've been through. And we bring that personal development up to the forefront of where you are to ensure that when you're progressing into your professional role, that you're not bringing any limiting beliefs with you, okay? Limiting beliefs are things that maybe hold you back. And you might think, oh, I'm not good enough. Who do I think I am? I'm so scared of what other people will think. I don't have enough confidence. I'm really ugly. I don't like the way I look. I'm too fat. These are all common things that I've had from people. I can't possibly go on a camera. It's affecting me. And what we do is in that personal phase is we work through all of that so that when you hit into professional, we know, we see, we hear, and we acknowledge where that fear is coming from to allow us to move through into our professional stage. So we don't self-sabotage. It's a really key word in the coaching industry, self-sabotage and imposter syndrome. And key aspects of that is, have you ever felt yourself when you need to get a job done? You don't really want to do the job though, but you need to get it done. And then all of a sudden you're clearing out the cupboard, you're cleaning the kitchen floor, you're baking. You're baking out of nowhere instead of doing the task that you're actually meant to be doing. And that's called procrastination. Okay? And we get all in our heads about it. And what we do within the personal to professional phase is we teach you exactly how to catch yourself. So all of a sudden you'll be going, I know what I'm doing. I'm avoiding the task. I'm procrastinating. Where is this coming from? Is it from fear? Is it from any form of limiting belief? It's catching yourself in that moment, which allows you to bring yourself back into task, okay? As we're going through the professional stage, we teach you about everything to do with coaching, from when to refer somebody to the crisis team, when to know when to slow down with a client, when to know when to slow down with yourself to protect your energy, to understand the journey and map out the client's success. So within that professional phase, we have a 12-week model called the Clarity Circle method. That model, that method takes a client from lack to complete and utter belief. It goes week to week to week to week, giving you scripts, exercises, and understanding. From that phase then, we know that you can confidently coach. We're very happy with you. We know that your self-sabotage, your limiting beliefs, maybe where you feel triggered, where somebody affects you, you know where it comes from, okay? Then we step into the business building phase, the business mastery. And this is what's different to anything out there, any other certification program that's out there right now. We teach you exactly how to set the foundations correctly for a business to make you sustainable. It's all great coming all excited, doing 20,000 lives a week, throwing out the content, dealing with one-to-one clients, multiple a day, but that creates burnout. It's not sustainable. And it also doesn't give you time and financial freedom. For the people that want to create a sustainable business that creates longevity, it's there, you have to plan correctly. And in the business mastery phase, this is what we do. So we work on a 60 to 90 day process. So I mean, I would definitely get your pen for this right now because it's not something that I generally share on a masterclass. I only share this with my one-to-one specific strategy coaching clients. So you're getting a little bit of gold here. So I plan in 60 to 90 days. Okay. So when they're in the when you're in the coaching certification package and you're at the business mastery phase, you get a calendar. And we give you all these different income streams where you can map these out. But I'm going to tell you how to do it as well. Okay. So the first thing that you want to do is look at how many clients you want to deal with. For me, I have 3 one-to-one clients per quarter. Okay. Those 3 clients, depending on what they're for, on average pay around between 7 and 10,000 for me. So for that 12-week package, depending on what it is that they need, how often I speak to them on the telephone, what the back end support they require, whether they need my creative mind, or whether they just need full on coaching. So that's 3 to 4 hours a week that I would spend with those clients. Not forgetting the 20 minutes before and after where I'm writing up my notes, popping it in the file, or getting back to them. So that leaves a lot of hours, doesn't it? A week left. What we should be doing then, and the should stick is out, is think about how we can else serve our clients by creating group programs. One of the first programs I ever offered was Becoming Your Authentic Self. I think it was 3,300, no, sorry, £333 and 6 people enrolled in it. And that was 1 hour over a 6-week process of a course that I delivered, which helped these women through personal development. So immediately then, you've got 333 times 6. So that's on another hour of that week. On top of that, we've got masterclasses. I used to charge £11, 11 pence, all the way up to £99 for masterclasses, depending on what I was delivering. For example, I delivered a crystal masterclass on how to utilize crystals and the energy to assist you in your business, to cleanse out the energy, to really allow you that purifying place to create the life and business that you want. That was a lot more. Then we get into PDFs. So one of the PDFs is when we do a full moon ritual, a new moon ritual, or we dig deep into a certain topic that your client really needs help with, and we create a tangible PDF, an ebook, a download, £20, £30 with an audio. These are all different income streams that you can factor in. Twice a year, you could look at doing retreats. Julia, one of my clients, bless her soul, I love her so much. She started out doing day retreats. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Shell, but I'm sure her first retreat, she got 26 people at something like £99 or something. Yeah, I thought so. So, and she did one a month, didn't she? One a month for 6 months. Then she went and did the weekend one. She ran her first weekend retreat. I think it was £785, which sold out. And the Monday morning, she sold out the next one for the year after. Another time, she noticed that there was a huge gap in her audience. And this is what we teach you, you see, how to identify key gaps within your audience, within your community. And she could see that there were a few people struggling with a certain topic. So she put out and said, look, would you be interested in doing a day session, an afternoon session on Zoom? On Zoom. So you can do this from anywhere you are. I think it was something about allowing yourself to visualize correctly, taking away all of the constraints and things that are holding you back. And I think she did meditation and visualization with coaching questions built in. And she did an afternoon session for £70, and she must have had about 55, 60 people on this group. So we run workshops, we do masterclasses, we do day retreats, we sell PDFs. what's this? Da, da, da. I think she did something around crystals too. Yep, she did. Yep, she did crystal class. Yeah. So what we're saying is there's not just one-to-one coaching that you can do to earn your income. So what I do with my one-to-one clients is on the calendar, we look at how they want to incorporate their income, on how much is their non-negotiable, what do they want to hit, which is the biggest one. How much money do they need to earn a month? What do they want to earn a month? And then we start to map it out. Right, okay, I want 3 one-to-one clients. I'm going to run a group session once a week. Oh, not forgetting memberships. She's got a reoccurring paying membership with, I think, 36 people or something in now, and she's growing every single month. She runs a masterclass that's included within that. So these are all different types of income streams that you can utilize when you are coaching. There is community work you can do, in-person events that you can do, as well as online events. There is also speaking events that you can be paid for as a coach, especially within the corporate world, within the business, within the professionals world. So they're just a few of the different income streams that you can create. Does anyone have any questions so far? Yep, okay. Yep, okay. The aim of this masterclass is just to showcase you how much you can potentially earn as a coach and how we assist you on your journey. And if there's a gap in your non-negotiable amount that you need to achieve, you turn up to our business call on a Tuesday at 1:30 and we assist you in filling that gap. Okay, can you break down the first step someone should take to start earning, even if they've never had a client before? Okay, so if they are on our life coach certification, you are led to that journey. So what happens is you would go through the modules that would take you through personal development, and then you go into module 9. Module 9 is the Clarity Circle method. That method starts with, here is how to conduct a discovery call, a fact-finding call with a potential client. The way we find those potential clients are within our groups and communities. Shell, how many comments did Jodie have on our community and other communities? 21 saying, I want to be coached. I want to be coached. Just check. I'm sure it was like loads. Just going to double check because literally she couldn't service them all. She was like, she couldn't help them. At least 20 and another 25 on another post. Yeah. So what we did is we do regular posts like this and we have a bank of people who are ready to be coached. So straight away, what we do is we say, can we practice our discovery call sessions with you? And we lead into the flow. So the discovery call session comes as a template that you follow. You don't have to remember it all. We literally go in question for question, explaining how to conduct that. And once you do that, the next session from that is a clarity session. Because we all need clarity. We need to understand what the goal is that you want to achieve. So that's how you start in your coaching journey. We bring you in, we tell you step by step how to do it. We help you set up the tech to be able to do it. And that can be free. There's lots of free tech available out there for you to use to conduct these discovery sessions. Does that answer your question? Wonderful, wonderful. What was the other question? Can you help them with how to set up ebooks, Absolutely. So we have a framework for everything. Who doesn't love a framework and a method and a map? We love a little bit of a map that flows out. So when it comes to setting up workshops and ebooks, we even help you with the copy, where to put it in your groups, how to send an email, how you should structure the event. So one of the ladies that we had an idea for an incredible course to help her clients within her community group, her Facebook community group. By the way, if you don't have a Facebook community group, right, you're leaving money on the table. I'm sorry, but all of these people out there saying, "Oh, don't you have a Facebook group?" Oh, well, the earning potential is incredible. Our students, not graduates, students are earning between 2 and 5K immediately and up to 10K, depending on the hours. 2 and 5K if they're part-time. If they're working a normal, they're working in, I'm going to say a normal job because I'm not normal, so. If they're working a 9 to 5 role, another career, and they're doing this part-time learning and growing, they can give 2 or 3 hours a night. That's all they're doing, and they're still earning. Another lady does Saturday mornings. There's so much potential in there where you start to see the growth. So when it comes to ebooks, we have thousands of templates that we give you. We draft out what the pain point is for your client and how you can create the transformation for them. And we help you with that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do we have any more questions before I move along? Mm, Just wait. Something that we always do as well is we follow this method and this roadmap, but we all know sometimes getting to the end destination is not always linear, and that things happen, life happens, doesn't it? Life always happens. And there is no time limit on doing the life coach certification. There's no time limit on our courses. If you're coming to us and you're thinking, right, okay, I'm already a certified coach, I'm comfortable with coaching, but I don't know how to get paying clients because I'm already a coach, I don't want to pay for another coaching certification. Well, that's fine. We have our lead generation method. Our lead generation method is what we feed into the end business mastery on our life coach certification. Imagine a tap when you're turning it on and off and the water comes out. That's what I do when I'm looking for clients. I turn the tap on and I open and all the clients come in, and I turn the tap off when I don't want any more clients to come in. And we do that via a specific ecosystem. And that ecosystem has been created by me and 3 trainings that I attended, 3 programs. One of those programs is Meta. I invested in myself in order to invest into my clients here, in order to stop outsourcing as well for things that sometimes don't always work out. So I've walked the walk, I've paid the price so that you don't have to. Okay? When we do that ecosystem and when we identify your niche and we bring in the clients for you, you then get to filter through those, and we teach you how to do that, where to put them, how to look after them, okay? And then if you're still thinking, actually, I'm not sure that's what I'm looking for, then that's where our one-to-one services come in, because it's bespoke to you. Within the certification, we always, always, always offer every single week on a Tuesday, we have our business building, which is an hour to 2 hours of people, where we answer any questions, anything that's going on for you, how we can help you move your business forward. We then have group coaching sessions. The group coaching sessions are all of the certified and aspiring coaches that are in there. They come together, and the one that we had the other week, it was what was the main topic? Practice. I think it was practice, wasn't it? And two of the ladies actually have gone together now and they're practicing with one another before they get other clients, which has been incredible. And seeing them work together in the community, because something that we are very big on is if I were to give you a script and if I were to give another lady a script and then another gentleman a script, all the same one, and I asked you to deliver it, you would all do it within your own energy and your unique life, okay? Who you are, your identity, your blueprint. So you cannot, there's no such thing as copying because we would all deliver differently. So you can come together and support one another because each client is aligned to different people. Okay. So just to sort of finish now, if to see if anyone's got any questions. What I really wanted from this is to showcase that just doing one-to-one coaching is not the only income stream. It really isn't. There's group coaching, there's programs, group coaching, there's memberships. So group coaching is where you meet once a month and you all come together that you charge for. Membership is a reoccurring money that you can get month after month. We generally say to people, make sure you've got a minimum of 3 months when they sign up, so you know you're building your content for 3 months in advance on your membership. The third one, masterclasses, charging for masterclasses that fill a specific pain point, a specific void in your group that people need help and assistance with. That is that, right, actually I can answer that question and I can help them on that journey. From that, then we go on to retreats, day retreats, group, also not forgetting collaboration. I've hosted different retreats with other coaches. We both bring our audiences in, we both win, we both spread that tidal wave of clarity. There's ebooks, there's PDFs, there's audios. That's another one that's incredible. Doing a bespoke journaling audio session for a client. They're going through something at the moment, they're struggling, okay, but they can't break it down. No problem, I can help you with that. You know, I think, is it Sophie? She does something, I think it's £19 and she'll give you a self-love bundle and she'll voice note you. And it's just a PayPal link. You hit the button and they pay her. Also, she does the Oracle cards, but I think they're £30. If you're needing a reading and you're wanting some guidance for the month, they hit the link and they pay. There's so many things depending on your niche. But this is what we do inside our collective, inside of the community, the Clarity Circle community. We bring you in from the personal, we go into the professional, and we go into the business mastery. And when you're a part of that collective, we don't just graduate you and send you on your way. You are with us for life, and we want to see you succeed. Your success is our success. So if you have any questions, please let me know. If you are thinking of becoming a life coach and you're not sure that this is the right fit for you, then go over to our website, theclaritycircle.com, and on there it says apply now. And when you press apply now, it's going to come up with a series of questions. These questions are for you. They're to ask you about the life that you want to create for yourself, about how you see things in the future, and to see if we can assist you on that journey, okay? It's not, we're not asking you to do this salesy call. We want to help you on your path, okay? And that's what we're here for. What does a typical month look like for one of your successful graduates in terms of hours, income, and clients? Oh, wow, that's a great question. Okay, so hours typical. So for one of my graduates, she only works school hours. So she starts about 9:30, finishes about 2:30. Sometimes it's 3 or 4 days a week. Sometimes she'll do a typical evening if she's running a masterclass. Her life before was absolutely non-stop. She was in a network marketing business. She was doing every single hour known to man. And now she is specifically on these set hours. She delivers her membership. She has one-to-one clients and masterclasses. No, it's not her. No, it's somebody else. So, also, income-wise, I think she was earning through her marketing, MLM, they call it, multimedia, whatever level marketing. She was earning around 3,000 a month, and now she's on 11,000 a month, and she's reduced her hours by half. Client-wise, 30 in a membership. Um, I'm sure she's on like, I think she had 5 one-to-one clients. And then she runs ad hoc masterclasses and then does the retreats as a bolt-on each quarter to boost her income. But that's because she doesn't want any more. She stops her time. So she wanted more. So I always say it's the ebb and flow. So if you decide that you want to go to Vegas, maybe in a few months and surprise your partner, then you can do. You can say, actually, I'm offering 2 new places or I'm doing a workshop, and you can increase your income because your presence, your trust, your credibility is being built throughout the process of when you started with us, utilizing the professional, showing credibility, education, and going forward. Um, so the other thing that we do offer that once you've come to graduate and you're coaching and you're thinking, do you know what? I can see something in this group that they need a little bit more help with. We have our facilitator certifications. So these are bolt-ons to our main certification to help you. So, for example, you want to really get specific with learning journal therapy and how you can incorporate it into your business. Maybe you want to go deeper in transformation with inner child work. You know, you're doing the coaching method, you're creating transformation, but you're seeing more and more the collective that's in there is wanting to pivot to the inner child work. Also, we have facilitator certifications coming to do with human design, crystal workshops. We have our mindfulness and meditation. There is so much within there. One of our clients, and I mean, this is just an example. This is just an example, okay? She had an old BMW that they've had for years. She always used to moan about this BMW. And last month she bought a Porsche. And she's only been working with me since November last year. Literally, her income has gone over 10K and she was in a 9 to 5 role. Her actual business, through what she's been doing, how we've assisted her, has done 250,000 in the first quarter. How amazing is that? She's incredible. I'm like, you need to come and do a video testimonial for this. She's like, I will. I've just done another one. So she's like, I can't shout enough about things. But that's the potential of what you could have. My first ever dream was, when I started out in this industry, was to help people so much, but also create an income where I could go to the supermarket and I could not worry about how much it was. As a single parent of 4 children that was literally deep in debt, my husband was gone. I literally was on the breadline. I was on the breadline. I was robbing Peter to pay Paul, as they say in the UK. And just to not have to go around the supermarket and count so that I could afford to pay for the food was going to be my highlight. The next thing for me was going on a holiday and saying, we can stay. Because I always used to have this horrible feeling when I was coming back, that I was coming back to so much to deal with. And that feeling of the kids are having such an amazing time and we don't have to go back to school, I can stay. And I can because they're not at school. And wouldn't it be amazing just to stay an extra few days or an extra week? And I actually ended up staying 6 weeks in Greece because I was like, guys, we can do it. We can afford it. Like, we're getting a villa. We're staying. But what that did for me, it allowed me to create an amazing relationship with my older children because we had that time together. Whereas we would have never had that if we'd have come back to the UK. Spending quality time with your family now is very rare when you're in this cycle of working. And for me, having that with my children is important because they grew up so fast. Having that time. Another situation where I've been truly grateful for this industry is my dad. He's got terminal cancer. And last year I did a post on Facebook when he was just about to go into hospital to surgery. And I put, you all see the handbags, you all see the amazing beaches, you all see me traveling in Dubai and living this beautiful life and drinking champagne. But this is the gold, where I don't have to worry about what I'm doing with my calendar because I can work from my laptop if I want to at the hospital while my dad's in surgery and be there for him and not have to panic that I've got to get a day off for my boss or panic about all of these different things. I could be fully present and there. And that's the gold, okay? You get to choose your own life, your own industry, and everything that you want to do when you're in this, okay? The sector that you go into. And it's truly powerful. The impact that you can create when other people's success becomes your success. It's amazing. It truly is amazing. So I won't go on because I could be here all evening, but thank you so much for joining me. If you're catching this on replay, please do come into our community group, the Aspiring and Certified Coaches group on Facebook. You will find the link in our link tree and also on our website. Please, please, please go check out if life coaching is for you. If you're thinking about it and you're sat on the fence, you never know. If I open the door for you and you could walk on in, what could be available for you? Okay? Find out. You've nothing else to lose. Bye bye.